Here we go, weather for Weather Geeks here on this Monday evening, September 14th, 2015. Hope you had a good weekend. The weather, not great over the weekend. Of course, it was very cool and rainy on Saturday and into Saturday night. Yesterday, we had a little more in the way of sun, even though there were still some showers here and there. But 62 Saturday, 63 Sunday. That was it for highs. Today, we did a lot better. We got into the mid-70s today, pretty close to where we should be at this time of the year. We're almost halfway through September, of course. Tomorrow is the 15th. So the way temperatures have shaken out so far this month across the North American continent. It's been a cool September so far. Alaska into western Canada into the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. Parts of the Southwest a little cool as well. And even parts of the Gulf Coast region have been just a little bit cooler than average. But of course here, despite the cool weekend weather, it's been an above average month so far. We're running about 5 or 6 degrees above average for almost the first 2 weeks, or I should say 2 weeks, but almost halfway through the month of September. That trend is likely to continue. We'll talk about the longer range in just a second. Now we're going to kind of blitz through the next several days worth of weather because, frankly, there's not much going on. It's all thanks to this sprawling area of high pressure down, situated, kind of centered, I should say, around the Carolinas and Virginia. This is going to meander around for the rest of the week, keeping us in great shape. Where's the stormy weather? Well, this is actually some good news. They're starting to get some stormy weather out west as a trough of low pressure pushes into the west coast. This is going to bring some rain, some higher humidity, and some clouds to northern California. If you've been following the news, of course, some pretty bad wildfires up in northern and central California. This trough moving in is certainly good news for them. In the meantime, it's hot out across the middle of the country, especially front range of the Rockies, well into the 90s. The heat's going to kind of stay parked here for the next several days, the high heat anyway. Now, some of this warmer air is, of course, coming east, but we're not going to see the 90s like they're seeing out across parts of Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, and into Texas. Again, nothing going on through Friday. So high school football this week should be dry Friday evening. Here's a look at Friday evening's map. Our Pacific Northwest storm by this point is pushed out into the Midwest. Some rain Friday late in the day out here, but where we live, it should be a nice evening for high school football on Friday. Saturday is our next chance to get wet. Let's talk about this in a little more detail here. There's some timing differences on the models, as you would expect, 5 or 6 days out. I'm showing you the GFS here. If this were to be taken literally, Saturday morning would be okay, and then we would see an increased threat for showers and storms as we get into the afternoon. We're still in the warm weather season. We have outdoor weddings and things like that at this time of the year on a Saturday. So this forecast an important one. Right now, I kind of lean in the direction of wet weather being most likely late in the afternoon, heading into the evening. Will there be thunder with this? I think that's possible. We're not going to see a lot of deep moisture coming in ahead of this front, but moisture levels will subtly increase. And this is a decent looking front, so we're going to allow the chance for a thunderstorm Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening. Now the payoff's going to be a nice second half of the weekend. As we go towards Sunday, another one of these big Canadian highs is going to come down, and that means Sunday should just be beautiful, kind of like today, I think. It'll be pristine looking, crystal clear, and temperatures on Sunday likely to be in the lower 70s. So Sunday likely to be a lot like today. So again, to recap the weekend, if you have outdoor plans, Sunday's the better of the 2 days, Saturday the warmer of the 2 days, but also the possibility of some wet weather on Saturday. Well, what about the longer range trends? Here's the latest anomaly map on the GFS ensemble model here. This covers the 7 to 14 day period into the future. So this is from the 21st of September through the 28th. The overall pattern here is an unsettled one in the northwest, heat for much of the Rockies and Plains, and kind of ho-hum across most of the east. I think the third week of September into the fourth week is likely to be close to or maybe a little above average with a cool day here, a warm day here, but overall that 7 to 14 day period probably near or a little above average. So, we're not looking at a heat wave. We're also not looking at unusual chilly weather like we just had over the weekend as we look ahead to the longer range. Well, it's a brief weather for Weather Geeks tonight, but that about covers it. It's a beautiful week. Enjoy this weather while we have it. We're only, of course, 4 months away from January. Not to, be Debbie Downer, but winter weather will be here before you know it. This is the kind of week that we are desperate for in the middle of winter. 70s, 80s, sunshine, low humidity. It's just absolutely perfect this week. Thanks as always for watching Weather for Weather Geeks. I'll have another edition online Tuesday evening around 7:30 or so. In the meantime, have a great Monday night, and I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 11 o'clock.